Snooker, like many sports, inspires passionate debate, especially when it comes to naming the greatest of all time. Fans have varied opinions, but in this video I'll break it down using informed opinion and statistics to try and answer one question: who is the real snooker GOAT? The first duo I want to mention are what you might call snooker's founding fathers, Joe Davis and Ray Reardon. Between them, they've won 21 world championships. Joe Davis was the first true break builder and a master of his time, while Ray Reardon dominated the 1970s with 6 world titles and is regarded as one of the greatest tactical players ever. Their legacies, they're huge. They were pioneers, but snooker has evolved massively since then. As important as they were in shaping the game, I think both would struggle against the depth and standard of today's tour. But it shouldn't be a struggle for you to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy snooker content like this. Let's start the main debate with Steve Davis, one of the first players to ditch the old drinking culture and adopt a disciplined, methodical approach. Davis was the ultimate professional: 6 world titles, 6 UK titles and 3 Masters, 15 Triple Crown events in total. He also holds the record for the biggest final win at the Crucible, destroying John Parrott 18-3 in 1989. Davis dominated the 80s. He was the first player to make a 147 in professional competition and the first player to earn over £1 million in prize money. Davis took long potting to a new level and became the first player to be exceptional in every area of the game. But his style didn't evolve much in the 1990s, and that ultimately saw him overtaken, especially by the next man on this list, Stephen Hendry. Stephen Hendry makes a stronger GOAT case than Davis, in my opinion. He won 7 world titles, a modern record, plus 6 Masters, including 5 in a row, and 5 UKs, totalling 18 Triple Crown titles. He is the godfather of break building, turning it into an art. Hendry changed the game. He created shots that players before him wouldn't have even considered, such as the blue to middle that puts the white into the pink and reds at pace. His aggressive attacking style led him to 777 career centuries, spread across 2 separate spells as a pro, and much of that came on far inferior equipment than we see today. Balls were different, cloths were less reactive, and kicks were far more common. Hendry dominated the 1990s, more so than Davis did in the 80s, and I don't see anybody else matching this dominance again. But his refusal to adapt, combined with a neurological condition similar to the yips in golf, led to a steep decline. He kept trying to play his old attacking game, but by the late 2000s, he was no longer a serious force in the game. That lack of longevity puts a dent in an otherwise glittering career. Next, another legendary Scot, John Higgins. He doesn't quite match Hendry's numbers, but Higgins is arguably the most complete player in the sport's history. He has 4 world titles, 3 UKs and 2 Masters, 9 Triple Crown wins in total. But his place in this debate is due to 2 key things. Number 1, his incredible longevity. Higgins turned pro in 1992 and won the Tour Championship, his 33rd ranking event, in 2025, 33 years later. And number 2, his elite tactical play combined with clearances under pressure. Few players can match his nerve when it counts. The 2006 Masters final against Ronnie O'Sullivan is a great example. Still, I can't crown him the GOAT. He hasn't won a Triple Crown event since 2011, and while he made 3 straight world finals between 2017 and 19, his win in majors just isn't quite on par with Hendry or O'Sullivan. But then I come to Mark Selby, another tactical master. He's taken safety play to a new level. Watching him grind opponents into submission is something to behold. His comeback from 10-7 down to beat Ronnie O'Sullivan 18-14 in the 2014 World Championship final is one of the best tactical displays I've ever seen. Selby has 4 world titles, 3 Masters and 2 UKs, 9 Triple Crown titles, putting him level with John Higgins. He's one of the few players I believe could challenge Hendry and O'Sullivan's record of 7 world titles in the future. He's got the perfect game for the Crucible. But as of 2025, I wouldn't call him the GOAT. His scoring power, while strong, doesn't quite match that of his peers like Judd Trump or Neil Robertson. In recent years, I feel he's become too cautious, and with the rise of attacking and aggressive champions like Luca Brissell and Zhao Xintong, that may hold him back in the next few years. But if we're talking about someone who stood the test of time, innovated, and in my view, become the greatest player ever, it has to be Ronnie O'Sullivan. 7 world titles, 8 Masters, 8 UKs, 41 ranking wins, nearly 1,300 centuries, a 5-minute 147, and over 30 years as a pro at the very highest level. Ronnie started as an aggressive potting machine in the mould of Hendry and Jimmy White, but over time, with guidance from coaches like Frank Adamson and Ray Reardon, he became a complete player. Add in the mental discipline gained through work with Dr. Steve Peters, and you get the modern Ronnie, consistent, composed, and lethal. Even at nearly 50, he's still trying to improve. His only real weakness, sometimes he switches off. If the game gets scrappy or he's not feeling it, he can be reckless or self-destructive. But for pure talent, skill, flair, longevity and titles, there's only one GOAT. However, after crowning the GOAT, I want to name a few players I haven't included in the debate. First of all, Alex Higgins, snooker's first superstar. Charismatic, flamboyant and hugely influential. He helped sell snooker to the public in the 70s and 80s. Mark Williams, the third member of the class of 92. His career has been patchier than Higgins and O'Sullivan, but even at 50 he's still one of the best in the world, and possibly the most relaxed temperament in snooker history. And then finally, Judd Trump. More of a controversial one, I admit, because Judd hasn't won as many Triple Crowns as expected in his career yet, but his ceiling is enormous, and probably he's only bettered by Ronnie O'Sullivan. He might become the most prolific ranking event winner and century scorer in the game's history.